Hey everyone, the Wheel of Time Season 3 official trailer has finally dropped. Now, I don't cover TV too much on this channel, but the Wheel of Time is one of, if not the most important pieces of fiction in my life. I got my watch shelf right there at all times, and so I figured we'd take a look. I'm really looking forward to Season 3. I've had my gripes here and there with the show, but overall I'm pretty positive about it. I feel like they're doing a good job at capturing the soul of the books, even with all of the changes. Feel free to disagree with me, and I'm really looking forward to Season 3. I think this might be the season to cement the show as one to look out for, especially because they are adapting some of the best source material in the series. Speaking of, in terms of spoiler policy, I'll try and keep this reaction to spoilers up to the end of Book 4. I'm going to talk about the books, just fair warning. And if ever I go past Book 4, I'll make sure to indicate it in the video beforehand. Spoilers in Wheel of Time are big things, so let's try and avoid that. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look.
The world is changing.
Was that Rand?
A tide sweeping us along against our control.
Leandrin, Black Aja stuff. Oh, yep. Yep, Black Aja fight. Whoa. CGI budget come through.
We cannot stand behind these walls and pretend we still have control.
This tower is destroying itself from the inside out.
If the White Tower does not bend the knee to Rand al'Thor, he will lose the last battle.
Ah, Two Rivers. Yeah.
Enough air in the world to deal with this.
And he's got golden eyes. Been waiting for that.
They'll just come for Rand. They'll come for all of us.
Apple blossoms.
The last place anyone would ever look for me.
You do not belong here.
Dream stuff.
Our people have been waiting for the Karakarn's arrival. To think it might be
Nice. Nice.
Each step forward is a step backwards through time.
Do you love her?
Glass columns. What a shot.
See in the rings.
In every future where I lived, Rand dies. And the only way he lives is if I don't.
Moraine is Amerlin there.
We don't win battles with politics and prophecies. We win with armies.
Get ready! Archers! Loose!
So much happening.
Make them believe in you, and they will follow you to the ends of the earth.
This is what I was born to do.
Okay. I zoned out there for a second and just started watching the trip. Wow. Yeah, that was a lot. Okay. It looks like it's hitting a lot of the points in The Shadow Rising. They didn't show much of, I know from some promo pictures, Tenchiko and Matt's going to be there. It's a little bit of a change from where he is in Book 4. I'm going to go through it again, but really, I want to find those rings. That looked exactly how I pictured it.
What did you see in the rings?
Yeah, that's awesome. So those are the rings to Rangreal in Rhuidean that you go through for the Wise One training, right? Wow, okay. I also want to say the new aspect ratio I feel is really lending itself well to the show, definitely adding that like cinematic quality, I suppose. And overall, the cinematography is just looking a lot more just epic and big in scope, which the show really needed, and I'm really enjoying that so far. And the CGI during that Aes Sedai fight, that's not bad. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's go through it again. I'll be pausing it along the way. There's a lot in this trailer. Let's see what we can see here. Oh, I'm so pumped. I really hope they nail this. This has the potential to be such a good season of television. Okay, that's Rand's coat from season 2. And that is definitely Yosha, right? Is it Old Rand in the Way Back to Rangreal, glass columns probably, I'm thinking. Or we saw the riders on the horse. I think that's going to be during Egwene's test. I think this actually might be during one of those scenes with Egwene during her accepted test. Okay. Access keys happen in the book 4. Yes, they do. Do we think it's an access key? That's what I'm feeling right now for a certain Ongriel. It's probably what it is. I mean, she's channeling a lot of power, obviously, so. Okay, and yeah, so I remember hearing that we're going to see what Liandrin was up to during the finale of season 2, pretty early on in season 3, and it seems like Black Aja stuff is going to be out of the bag. They're going to flee the tower. Seems like this big fight's going to happen early on, and that's going to kind of destabilize things, sending the characters where they go to later on in the season. That's what I'm expecting, at least.
Tide sweeping us along against our control.
Yeah, that was the that one lady. I believe she's supposed to be. Oh, I'm forgetting her name now, but she's the yellow who's really good at torture weaves. Anyways, Joya, is that her name? Joya. Look at the ball of fire with, I think, Liandrin inside of it. That is. And Nynaeve is just standing there in the scene. I mean, she's probably blocked, right? So she doesn't know what to do, but I feel for her right there.
We cannot stand behind these walls and pretend we still have control.
This tower is destroying itself from the inside out.
If the White Tower does not bend the knee to Rand al'Thor, he will lose the last battle.
Rand and Moraine in the Waste. Okay, yeah, and we are definitely getting Battle of the Two Rivers. That was never really a question. Looks pretty good so far. Trollocs and I think maybe humans. Don't know if those are dark friends or whatever.
There's not enough air in the world to deal with this.
Nice to see the three of them together again. I feel like we need more of that in the show just to establish those bonds. That's probably earlier on in the series. It looks like we're picking up in Tar Valon and heading out from there. Who was that?
Deal with this.
Yes. Also just yes, Perrin with the golden eyes. I hope the contacts weren't that bad for him. Or maybe it's CGI. I don't know. Look, I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look at that again off camera. I think it might just be an Aes Sedai, a Black Aja, Rand maybe.
Just come for Rand.
Not too certain where that is either. Maybe somewhere in the Waste, Cold Rock's Hold, maybe.
They'll come for all.
Okay, this is a specific scene in book 4 that I wasn't sure if they were gonna do between Nynaeve and Moghedien. And this is going to definitely set up that rivalry that we have in the books. Oh, dang.
All of us.
Oh, she's so creepy. Love this casting for Moghedien. I'm super excited to see what she does in this season. And yeah, Apple Blossoms. If you've read the books, you know what this is. Buddy's going to be going through it. Perrin in book 4 is like peak Perrin, so.
We're going to the last place anyone would ever look.
It looks like they changed the prosthetics on Loyal. I don't know if that's just me. And not important, but still looks good. That's got to be dream stuff. He's wearing his old jacket. This is, how do you say her name? Amis? We're going with Amis. Amis meeting Egwene in the dream world?
Here.
And this is all Egwene dream stuff, surely.
Our people have been waiting for the Karakarn's arrival.
Karakarn. That, I love how metallic the tattoo looks. That's great.
To think it might be you.
Each step forward is a step backwards through time.
Sweat tents? Maybe? That's a quick look at
Each step forward is a step backwards through time.
one of Rand's ancestors. Jen Aiel Rand, probably. That looks like it's like peak Age of Legends before the boar. Yeah.
Do you love her?
Oh, man. That's so much bigger than what I pictured in my head reading it, but it works. I think it works. That's awesome. And it looks like you can see, I can't remember his name, Couladin's, I think it was a brother who went in with Rand. Cool.
What did you see in the rings?
And of course, like the show is a lot more Moraine centric, which I think works in some ways and works less in some other ways. But I do like that we're getting Moraine's perspective on what happens in Roydy, and it's definitely a bit more of a mystery in the books. She alludes to what she sees eventually, but cool that we get to see it up front and to see these 3 rings. This is super awesome. Can't tell who's in there. Maybe it's a different version of her or some Aiel. I'm not sure.
Every future where I lived.
Oh man, we didn't get the best flicker scene in season 2. We kind of got like an homage to it, but it seems like we are truly getting that energy in this season, which is great.
Rand dies.
The spinning of possibilities and all that is such a huge part to Wheel of Time. So I'm glad they're getting to it.
And the only way he lives.
Amerlin, Moraine, and Rand with this. I'm glad they kept the coat from season 2. I love that coat. I was so sad. I think it burned up in that cabin in Celine's inn. Glad we still have it.
As if I don't.
Oh yeah, and that quick shot, I believe we saw it in the previous trailer.
As if I don't.
It's all of the Eamon's Field 5 and Elaine, I believe, in the background with Lanfear. I don't know. I think it's Rand crawling, but that also looks like Rand in the corner right there. So I'm not sure, but
We don't.
Okay, Caemlyn, Lion Throne. Cool. Are those lions next to the chair? I mean, Lion Throne. The throne itself looks a bit like smaller than what I expected. I think I expected something a bit more grand, but I don't know if I like the lions. That's kind of funny. I mean, they're really hammering home Lion Thrones. So that's cool. The banner's pretty on point, though. I like that. Yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna get Morgase and Elida, who I think we saw her really quick in the trailer, coming to Caemlyn to look into Elaine, who's probably gonna be gone at that point. But super excited to get Elida. I'm really excited to see. I might be mispronouncing her name, but Shore, her approach to the character. She's an incredibly skilled actress. So
Win battles with
great casting. Yes. I'm probably saying her name wrong, but she's incredible, and I'm super excited to have her as Elida. I know we all wanted her as a different certain Aes Sedai, who I will not name right now, but I think she's going to be great.
prophecies.
Okay, yes. Where's Matt? Is that Elaine in the bottom left right there? This is Galad, right? And it didn't look like he was fighting Matt. What was it? Gollum? That might be Gollum. But surely we're getting the Matt scene. It's got to happen. His armor looks
Battles with politics and prophecies.
really sick. I'm a big fan of Perrin, so I think I'm going to be pretty positive about anything that happens with Perrin here, but the armor looks pretty cool. I wonder if he ends up crafting that. Maybe Tam pulls it out of somewhere. I don't know. And it sounds like, oh my gosh, what's her name? Alana. Wow. Totally blank there. Looks like she's going to be in the Two Rivers, I think, with Perrin, which is true to the books. Things ensue there. We know what happens there. So cool to see that's going to keep with her two warders. Yeah. So let me look at that horde of Trollocs. I was going to say it's pretty small, but actually they keep going all the way to the back. So I was going to say like that front of the horde there looks like the same force they fought in season 1, but you know what? It actually looks quite a bit bigger, so that's good. I'm hoping that this battle really has some scale to it, as it should. Two Rivers Archman. Is that Fael? I think that might be Fael. Cool. I like the casting for her. Was that Bane and Shiad with Loyal? Hold up. Yes, definitely. Awesome. Okay, cool to see that they're still doing their stuff too. Was that a seal or was that in the White Tower? No, never mind. It's in the White Tower. Hall of the Sitters. Same room with the Black Aja fight, I think. Who's probably Lanfear? Oh, I did not catch this. It's got to be Aviendha, right? With a sword of fire. Wait, is that a sword? Aiel don't hold swords. Maybe it's not Aviendha or it's a spear and I didn't see. This looks Gen Aiel-y, I think. So it's probably flashback. and a whole bunch of Aiel.
And believe in you.
That's Yosha, right? There's something very uncanny valley about the hair and makeup on Yosha. I'm assuming this is also just a past incarnation of Rand. Uncanny valley, though. It's a bit odd. It's got to be Mierin, right? During that first flashback before she does what she does at the Kolam Dal. Is that what it's called? The university? I'm so excited to see that. It's going to be such a good episode. I really, really hope they come through with that one. Hooray! They didn't see each other like at all in season 2. So Elaine and Rand having it was supposed to be happening in the Stone of Tyr. I'm assuming it's going to happen in Tar Valon.
Follow you to the ends of the.
And that's Perrin, Loyal, Bane and Chiad going back to Two Rivers. Moraine going through something. This, we know what happens here. Oh, interesting. If she loses, so again, spoilers for book 4. If she loses one of her warders in Tar Valon, maybe she only goes to the Two Rivers with Maxim. That's interesting because she's supposed to lose the warder in the Two Rivers, I believe. So, yeah, interesting change. I wonder how that's going to affect her while she's at the Two Rivers for that fight. Perrin and Fael, I'm curious to see how Perrin's arc is going to go with that, just given what they did in season 1 with his wife. Still not my favorite change, but we'll see how they pull through with this one.
This is what I was born to do.
Indeed. Okay, yeah, this was in the teaser. Is this a bubble of evil? It looks like some kind of mirror image versions of him that he's breaking apart. Maybe it's in a dream. I'm not sure. It looks like the same kind of like disintegration effect that we've seen on some people in the dream. He's channeling a lot of Saidin, that's for sure. Okay, that was a lot. We got a lot more in that trailer than I expected, but that's awesome. Yeah. No, I'm super excited. It's looking pretty good. It's looking like they are sticking a lot closer to book 4 than the previous seasons, which again makes sense. Book 4, such incredible source material to adapt. Changes in cinematography. It looks like everything's kind of just been given more budget. I don't know if that's actually true or if they're just making different creative choices, but it's looking great. One thing I am wondering about is they didn't show a ton of Mat in the trailer, and it seems like Mat is going to have one of the bigger diversions away from the book. In the books, in book 4, he's supposed to go to the Aiel Waste with Rand, Egwene, Moraine, Land, but it seems like based on some promotional photos that we got earlier on, he's going to be going to Tanchico with Nynaeve, Elaine, and Min, I believe, which without getting into too many spoilers, I think they might be trying to weave some future elements of his plot into the current season. Be curious to see how that works out. And I'm also wondering how he is going to get a certain medallion. We did see that on the promotional banner. It looks like he has the fox head. And so I'm wondering if he's just going to pick it up in Tanchico along the way. The girls do run into some pretty important items in Tanchico, so I could see it being kind of like mixed in with that maybe somehow. But I don't think this is too egregious of a change. He doesn't do too much in the waste beyond getting some of those items and a couple other things. So I think I could see it working. I'm just curious to see how it plays out. But that'll be it for now. I'm probably going to go rewatch that like 10 times. I'm super excited, and I can't believe it's already in like a month from now. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the trailer, what your predictions are for season 3, or what you're really looking forward to seeing, or what you're not looking forward to seeing. I would love to chat in the comments. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in a month for Wheel of Time season 3.